The Ottoman-Venetian Wars of the 15th to 18th centuries were a series of intense conflicts between the Ottoman Empire and the Republic of Venice, two major powers of the time, vying for control of territories in the eastern Mediterranean. These wars were rooted in a complex web of historical, political, and economic factors that spanned several centuries. The struggles between the Ottomans and the Venetians were not only a testament to their geopolitical ambitions but also a reflection of the shifting balance of power in the region during a pivotal period in world history. This video will delve into the causes, major conflicts, key figures, and lasting legacies of these wars that forever altered the dynamics of the eastern Mediterranean. The 15th century saw the Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, rapidly expanding its territory. In 1453, the Ottomans achieved a historic triumph by capturing Constantinople, the Byzantine capital, signaling the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of Ottoman dominance in the eastern Mediterranean. This pivotal moment set the stage for future conflicts with the Republic of Venice, a maritime power that had long held a significant presence in the region. Venice, often referred to as the Serenissima, was a city-state that emerged as a formidable maritime and trading power during the late Middle Ages. Its dominance in the eastern Mediterranean was reflected in its control of key ports and islands, as well as its commercial interests in the region. Venice's control of strategic trade routes, such as the spice trade with Asia, made it a rival to the Ottomans. The Ottoman-Venetian Wars were primarily driven by both parties' territorial ambitions. The Ottomans sought to expand their empire and secure key ports, islands, and trade routes in the eastern Mediterranean to maintain their dominance in the region. The Venetians, on the other hand, were determined to protect their existing territories and maintain control over key trading posts, which were vital to their economic interests. Trade was a major driving force behind the conflicts. The eastern Mediterranean was a crucial crossroads of trade between Europe and Asia, and control over the region meant access to valuable resources and lucrative trade routes. Both the Ottomans and the Venetians aimed to maximize their profits by securing these routes and expanding their influence. Religious and cultural differences also played a significant role in the conflicts. The Ottomans, as a Muslim power, were often at odds with the predominantly Christian Venetians. This led to a religious and cultural rivalry that fueled tensions and conflict throughout the centuries-long struggle. The First Ottoman-Venetian War was initiated by Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, who aimed to expand Ottoman influence in the eastern Mediterranean. The Venetians, in an attempt to protect their territories and trading posts, allied with the Papal States and the Kingdom of Naples. The war saw multiple battles and sieges, but it ultimately ended in 1479 with the Treaty of Constantinople, in which Venice ceded significant territories to the Ottomans. The Second Ottoman-Venetian War erupted as the Venetians tried to regain some of the territories they had lost in the previous conflict. Sultan Bayezid II of the Ottoman Empire, aware of Venetian ambitions, engaged in the war to consolidate Ottoman control in the eastern Mediterranean. The conflict ended in 1503 with the Treaty of Constantinople, which restored some Venetian territories but further established Ottoman dominance in the region. The Cretan War was one of the longest and bloodiest conflicts between the Ottomans and the Venetians. The war was sparked by the Ottomans' desire to capture the island of Crete, which was under Venetian control. The Venetians, determined to hold on to this crucial territory, put up fierce resistance. The conflict finally came to an end in 1669 with the Treaty of Candia, in which Venice ceded Crete to the Ottoman Empire. The Marine War, also known as the Sixth Ottoman-Venetian War, was part of the larger conflict known as the Great Turkish War, 1683 to 1699. During this war, Venice, in alliance with the Holy Roman Empire and other European powers, sought to curtail Ottoman expansion in the eastern Mediterranean. The Venetians were able to make some territorial gains, but the war ended in 1699 with the Treaty of Karlowitz, which restored the pre-war status quo. Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, was a pivotal figure in the early Ottoman-Venetian conflicts. His capture of Constantinople in 1453 marked the beginning of Ottoman expansion in the eastern Mediterranean and set the stage for the First Ottoman-Venetian War. Doge Leonardo Loredan was a prominent figure in the early conflicts with the Ottomans. He played a crucial role in Venetian diplomacy and military strategies during the First and Second Ottoman-Venetian Wars. Sultan Suleiman I, often referred to as Suleiman the Magnificent, was a significant Ottoman ruler who presided over several conflicts with Venice, including the Cretan War. His reign saw the Ottoman Empire reach the zenith of its power and territorial expansion in the eastern Mediterranean. Francesco Morosini, a Venetian military commander and statesman, played a key role during the Marine War. He is remembered for his successful campaigns and the recapture of several Venetian-held territories. The Ottoman-Venetian Wars had profound and lasting legacies for both empires and the broader region. The wars solidified the Ottoman Empire's control over the eastern Mediterranean, as they acquired key territories and trade routes. The Ottomans continued to expand their empire and influence in the region. The Venetian Republic, once a major power in the eastern Mediterranean, saw a decline in its influence and prosperity due to the loss of key territories and trading posts. The Republic of Venice gradually lost its dominance as a maritime and trading power. The wars were part of the broader geopolitical context of European rivalries and power struggles. They contributed to the changing dynamics of power in Europe and its impact on the eastern Mediterranean. The conflicts between the Muslim Ottoman Empire and the Christian Venetian Republic reflected religious and cultural tensions of the era. These conflicts had a lasting impact on perceptions and attitudes between different cultures and religions. The Ottoman-Venetian Wars of the 15th to 18th centuries were a complex series of conflicts that transformed the political, economic, and cultural landscapes of the eastern Mediterranean. These wars were driven by territorial ambitions, competition for trade, and religious differences. The major conflicts, including the Cretan War and the Marine War, left a lasting imprint on both empires and the region as a whole. The Ottomans solidified their dominance, while Venice experienced a decline in its maritime power. The legacies of these wars continue to shape our understanding of the historical interactions between empires and the enduring impact of religious and cultural differences in the eastern Mediterranean.